Oh, Walmajan, welcome. You just missed a mad grinding sesh. Grinding for a certain weapon. Not that I need it, because I have the Forsaken, but no, I want that. How's it going, Walmajan? Same old. It's Friday, so that's good news, right? Good news for me, anyway. I think I'll go this way first. Million degrees. It's pretty, today's warm, but, yeah, today's pretty warm, but it's not bad. But it's been pretty warm here. I had trouble sleeping the last couple nights. It's so hot. Yeah, 2,000 gold, or dollars, or whatever. Rubles, I don't know. What's the Transylvania money? Yeah, the inverted castle is pretty weird. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, before you got on, I was farming. I got this shield. I wasn't farming for it, I just got it. And then I was going for a weapon I'm never going to use. The Marcel. It's a fire sword, but it leaves little flames behind that actually deal extra damage. And then you can use some magic to do this big, powerful attack like that. It's a cool weapon. Ooh, the Alucard shield. Probably better than the fire shield. Yeah. It's too bad because the fire shield looks really cool. Oh well. Yeah, look at that. It keeps attacking. Keeps hurting the enemy. Yeah, the Marcel is actually really cool. Yeah, I think that's happened to... Yeah, it's happened a couple times in this run. I've just happened to get things I wasn't really grinding for. but they were good. I don't think there's anything up here. Toadstool. Yeah, I discovered you fall faster if you fall at an angle as the bat, so that's interesting. That's a thing. Darn it, nothing special. Might be able to, yeah, swim up the waterfall. That makes no sense. So bizarre. Well. And oh. This is a cool weapon. Whoops. Alright. It's a cool weapon. I'm not going to keep using it. But it's definitely a cool weapon. I think it's one of the better katana weapons. Although the Murasame and Muramasa I think are better. There's one that's actually similar to the Crusagram. Come on. There we go. As good as the Crusagram is, sometimes there are other weapons that are just fun to use. Oh, I already finished this area then. I guess it's time to loop back around to Old Rox's quarters and the... what's it called? Old Rox's quarters and the Coliseum. Do I have all the final things? No, I'm missing the... let's see, his heart, tooth, eye, ring, and... skull? Maybe? Strength, intelligence, luck, and... might be the skull. I don't remember. This weapon just looks so cool. It's so much fun to use. So much more interesting. Well, okay. I'm not going to bash the Crusagram. Crusagram is super awesome. But... this weapon is fun too. Actually... Okay. There we go. I'm all like fiery to match my Yeah, the custom cloak, that's the Joseph's cloak. It costs 30,000, and it's technically only the second best cloak in the game, but it's yeah, you can customize the color. It's really cool. Oh, I want that. 400 buckaroos. It'll probably take you like half the game of saving up. But, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Ooh. I wonder where everyone else is. I know Zach's not home from work yet. But what's... I don't know what Garrett and Galen are doing. I told people. Told Garrett. Oh, I'm going to show off something cool here. Alucard shield. And shield rod. Look at that damage. Oh. And it lasts... Okay, as long as you have that up, your MP refills very slowly, I guess. But as long as you hold this up, your MP drains. But basically... Yeah, that's funny when you get hit while your shield's out, you lose it, but then you still have it. But the thing is, with that super powerful attack with the shield, there's basically a timer to it running in the background, but it only runs as long as you have the shield up. So you can keep it, you can like walk up to an enemy or something and just go, whoop, hit them. Oh shoot, I went in there. Dang it. Okay, now I have to like wait a minute. You just like, whoop, hit the enemy, they die. Until the timer barely even matters. Like you've barely taken anything off. Oh, come on. Ooh, got the God's Garb. That's cool. Ah, where is it? Lose 1 point of int, 1 point of strength, 3 points of attack, but again 11 defense. That's probably worth it. Oh, instead of 84, he's only dealing 73. So I should probably be careful here. I'm going to throw on the ruby circlet. And heal up. There we go. There we go. Full health. It absorbs fire. I want to go kill one or two more of these guys. I'm almost I'll level up. There we go. And actually, now that I have an easier way to fight them, I think I'm going to do that. I can grind at them for a bit. Yeah, look, it only takes a couple of them to level up. They're super easy to fight now. I think I can easily get to like level 63 or something. Oh. Okay. Ooh. If all goes well, I'll have like over 1,000 health. Oh. Alright, so I need exactly 12,000 to level up. Yeah, that jabbing attack is long, you're right. Yeah, so that gave me almost 4,000 points. Level 57. Oh, whoa. It's interesting that these Guardian guys are, like, massive in future games. We saw them in Portrait of Ruin, they're like full screen size. Which is cool, it makes them a bit more intimidating. So I think these guys are level... What level are they? I think they might be level 60 themselves. And they give like 1,500. So when I'm level 60, they should be giving 1,500 experience. And then so the lower I am in comparison, the more they give me. And the higher I get, the less they'll give me. No, they don't scale with you, but enemies have a set level. And experience scales as you level up. There we go, I'm over 1,000 now. So now that, so let's see, 12,673, so I should have 11,173 after I kill this guy. So 11,173. Yeah, okay, I was right. So yeah, at level 60, they get 1,500. And then that's modified whether you're higher or lower. But I think it drops off pretty quickly after you start getting higher. Like, it almost immediately drops to, like, I think it drops to, like, 2/3 and a half or 1/3. That is good. That's one way to deal with it there. Now look how long this shield power-up has lasted, by the way. I'm level 61. So I have 13,169. $12,169. So I'm already only making 2/3. So they're already, I'm only one level higher than them, and I'm only making 2/3 of what they would give me. So yeah, it drops pretty quickly. Cool. I'm not going to get to 63. That 63 is sort of the easiest to get to. After that, it just becomes a lot harder. But I'm just going to go ahead and get on with the game now. I'll put the Marcel back on, because it's fun. Oh, and I guess I'll grab the fire shield. That's also fun. I like the little fire effect. Alright, let's open up. Let's go. Onward to Olrox's quarters. Not that one. This guy's hard to kill because he keeps bouncing back every time you attack him. There we go. Oh, these guys drop the dark shield. It's actually a really cool looking shield. Yeah, he just slashed. Nice. So maybe Hone Edge. Oh yeah. I'll open this up. It's a warp gate. What level is he now? Level 37. You may not reach 50 in this playthrough. Man, that big fancy attack seems less useful than just attacking normally. I do want to kill this guy because he drops a cool, he actually drops a really cool weapon, the Morn Blade, which, every attack recovers health. High Potion, Sword of Hador, and Opal. Sword of Hador is going to be useless. Just another one of those plain old swords with nothing special about it. That went nicely. If I go through here, it'll be the Colosseum. Let's do it. Let's do the Colosseum. Then we'll go do Ulrox's quarters. Remember, we fought one of these guys as a boss earlier in the game, along with the Minotaur. Have another one of these guys. There we go. This is Fury Plate. What does the Fury Plate do again? Yeah, I guess as you take damage, your defense goes up, but or I think it's supposed to be as your attack goes up, as your defense goes. I don't know. If you take damage, your attack goes up or something. Oh yeah, the boss of this place is cool. But I won't fight them just yet. Okay, that connects back over there. Alright, let's save it. Especially since we gained all those levels. I think that's a little better. Well, maybe that. What up? Welcome to the party. Ooh. Hearts. Health. Hearts. This should be... yeah, it's another save point. I'm not going to use it. Venom movie? Could be interesting. But only if they have the scene with him in the truck honking the horn. Graham. The description of this weapon's funny. The sword named Graham. Yep. Alright, this could be going better. There we go. 1,000. Alright. I'll go heal up, then we'll fight the boss. I won't use the Crusagram, I'll have some fun with it with the Marcel. And the Fire Shield. Cool. Fake Trevor. Fake Sifa and fake Grant. The characters from Castlevania 3. Whoa! That's creepy. That's another optional boss, actually. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to start that this weekend. Don't bother with that guy. Shield potion, luck potion, mana prism. That's it. Alright. So I could use the spike breaker here, but I could also not. Let me just do this. A Hana prism. You know it. Aquamarine, baby. Like that's important. This could pass. Whoa, Ring of Leonor. What the crap baskets? Ooh. Increases overall strength. Looks to me like everything's jumping up by like 7, well, whatever. +7, +7, +7, +2. Yes, please. Oh. Yes, okay. Ring of Feanor, that's awesome. I didn't even know. I wouldn't mind getting a second one. That'd be cool. Looks pretty plain in the icon. Pretty dull. But it's pretty powerful, let me tell you. Oh, who is this boss again? I don't even remember. Oh! Easiest boss ever. Wow. Rib of Vlad, okay. Constitution +10. I'm pretty sure his death animation lasted longer than the fight. Which is pretty sad. And he's not even an optional boss. You have to fight him to finish the game. To get the Rib of Vlad. It's pretty pathetic. Ban him! Ban him to NU. So low tier. So that is the L-card mail. It's a little weaker than the God's Garb, but it actually resists fire, ice, and lightning. But I don't think I need to equip it. Inverted castle ride. Oh no! These weird little guys, flying zombies. For some reason, they're dropping shurikens. And hot dogs. Heart refresh. I think that fully restores all of your hearts, or at least some of them. Okay. Well, part of me wants to go get another Ring of Fëanor, but I could just go finish the game right now. Probably no real reason to go get a Ring of Fëanor. Dracula's gonna be a joke anyway. This is a good place if you have the duplicator to max out your familiars. Because every one of those little shields and swords and stuff counts as an enemy, and every time you kill an enemy, your familiar gets some experience. So you just walk in and out of the room using the item repeatedly. It's pretty cool. Takes a bit of time, but it's not too bad. Oh gee, it's okay. It was a pretty good one. Not amazing, but it was pretty good. Okay. So I'm on my way to finish the game now, guys. So this happens here if you have all of the relics, which I do. All of the Vlad relics. What, you leaving, G? What? It'd be funny if Alucard had to go through this whole thing every time he wanted to see his father. Like, he asks his mother a question, she's like, ask your father. He's like, ah. Has to go through, like, find all the parts of his father throughout the castle to revive him. Ask him a question. I'm busy, boy. Ask your mother. Ah. $18.89. Yeah, that should be about right. Pretty sure that's everything. So now let's get properly equipped. And Joseph's cloak is okay. On the fire. Yeah. Oh, actually, what I'm going to use is double Crusaderum. And I could use Alucard Mail just for the elemental resistance, but I don't think he does much. I am wearing the Piccolo shirt. Oh, Piccolo. One of my favorite characters in the series. I wish he was more useful, but... I hope they make him relevant again. I mean, I guess they kind of did in the more recent Super stuff with training Gohan and stuff, but still. Anyway, guys, you ready? I'm gonna go fight the. I'm gonna fight the second last and last boss.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont?
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if two vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side. No! No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But
you can see he only dealt
my
one
goal
damage
is
to me.
achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
It's funny, you can actually use a library card here and get out of the battle.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me
again.
in remaking this world.
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again.
Behold my true form and despair!
It's weird. It looks like he's just like sitting in a little throne.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How? How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Also, double Crusade Moon.
Sarcasm.
You.
For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Oh,
Alucard?
see you, Walmajan.
What will you do now?
Thanks for coming.
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell, then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard,
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
I'm sorry. I can't let him disappear from my life.
It's all right. Go after him. Perhaps you can save his haunted soul.
Thank you, Richter. Fare thee well.
And yourself, dear lady.
Oh, this ending song. I am the wind.
Just like the wind, I've always been
Oh, man.
drifting high up in the sky that never ends. Through thick and thin, I always win. 'Cause I will fight both right
Such a weird choice for a final, like for a credits theme.
I face my destiny every day I live, and the best of me is all I have to give. Just like the sun, when my day's done. Sometimes I don't like the person I've become. Is the enemy within a thousand men? Should I walk the path my words so bad?
No, I'm not crying. Shut up,
There's someone
crying.
testing me every day.
Oh, man. This song.
Well, the best in me is all I
But why, though?
have to give. I can't pretend. I can't
Welcome,
pretend
Jenna has a hat.
and I don't know if I will pass this
Oh,
way
man.
again. All things must
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
end. Goodbye, but for
I have something else kind of planned, though.
see the sun or feel the wind.
I don't know if you'd be interested, but what I'm gonna do is I'll stop the stream, set up the next thing, and then come back. I'm going to be playing Super Mario Brothers crossover, and I'll be kind of doing a speed run practice type thing for it. Not a typical speed run. I can explain it more when I actually do it. I don't know if you're interested in that at all, but that was my plan. Unfortunately, I can't show on Twitch that I'm playing Mario Crossover. It's not one of the listed games. But I don't know. Thanks for the input, G.
And one day we'll all be one. I am the sun. One day we'll all be one. I am the sun. One day we'll all be
game is 20 years old. Wow. Still holds up. It's a fantastic game. So if we go to choose it again, it says there that it's clear. Only 199.4%. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh well. Just overlay I Am the Wind for everything. Yeah, I don't know where that other... It might be from the... Actually, it's almost definitely... yes. Welcome, Zach. But yeah, that's... Yeah. The 1.2% is almost definitely the last ring around the final room. Because I didn't save it after revealing it all. But anyway, I'm going to stop the stream here. I'm going to set up the other one and I'll be back. I'll be back probably within 5-10 minutes. You guys can hang out in the chat if you want. So, see you soon.